Hey guys, Andrew Henderson, Nomad Capitalist, here in Baku, Azerbaijan. And I wanted to talk about one of the first steps we recommend for Nomad Capitalists. One of the first things you can do to protect yourself, one of the first things you can do just to get some results and feel good and keep building your Nomad strategy. And that's opening a foreign bank account. Now here in Azerbaijan, that's relatively straightforward. Whether Azerbaijan is a good place for you to bank is another question, but let's talk about a place that's not so easy to bank and not so good to bank. And in fact, it might be, quite possibly, the world's worst bank. I have great animosity, my team has great animosity for this bank. It is HSBC. Now, over the years, since starting Nomad Capitalist, a lot of folks have come to me asking about HSBC because it's a big bank and the word is all over the blogosphere that it's pretty easy to open an account, and it's even possible to do the lazy man's version of Offshore, which is opening an account remotely. Now, we talked in a separate video how I don't really recommend remote bank account opening for a lot of reasons. I don't recommend it in HSBC's case because, you know, the staff at HSBC in the US, the staff at HSBC in the UK, the staff at HSBC pretty much everywhere is not so smart. And I'd hate to be critical, but these guys are not smart. And so it's a difficult process no matter where you go. Also, the bank just doesn't work. So having HSBC Premier and moving your money overseas just doesn't work. The idea of moving your money through global view is not nearly as easy for most folks as they want you to think it is. And on top of that, the banks are not interconnected. But here's the bigger problem with HSBC, and that is their massive de-risking effort. Now, a lot of banks are doing this, which is why I talk about avoiding traditional offshore banks like in the Seychelles. Those banks are being forced to de-risk because they're under pressure from monetary authorities. But HSBC is de-risking partially because they've gotten into a lot of trouble through their own actions in the past, and they want to be cautious, and they're being extremely cautious. And as a result, you might be able to open an account there, but it's only a matter of time whether you open one now or whether you already have one before they come and get you. Essentially, if you do anything other than live in your country of citizenship and earn money from a salary from a company that they know and understand what it does, you're screwed, and they're going to come and ask you questions about source of wealth, and they're going to make your life difficult. Now, we've talked in a separate video how banking with HSBC is a company, for example, if you're a Hong Kong company or a foreign company. That's not only pretty much impossible, but if you have an account with them already, they're going to close it. I guarantee it's only a matter of time. But this is on a personal level. Okay, business banking with HSBC, forget it. If you have one, close it down, run, don't walk. On a personal level, you go to Hong Kong, you go to some of the other places. I was in London, I was in Hong Kong, I've been in many places at HSBC branches, at the main branch, and you see people queuing up to close their accounts because the bank is making it so difficult for everyone. Really, unless you are a UK citizen living in London, working for the government, collecting a salary, putting it in your HSBC account, and you've got a pay stub to match, they're going to freak out and say, what's the source of your wealth? In my case, I put some money in an HSBC account, and I actually haven't had as many problems as most people have because I just bailed early. But they were saying, what's the source of your wealth? And I said, hey, well, this particular source of wealth is a business I sold in the United States. Here's the documents of the business. Yeah, we don't really like that. Doesn't really count. So I said, you know what? I'm the Nomad Capitalist. I've got banks all over the world. You guys have outlived your usefulness. I'm done with you. And so I closed it. That's my advice for HSBC. If you have an account now, I'm telling you, it's a matter of time before they come and make your life a living hell. If you don't have an account now, count your blessings that they won't have the chance to make your life a living hell. I could introduce you to so many people who have had so many problems with HSBC. They've had money frozen. They've had big problems. By the way, don't plan on calling HSBC. They have the stupidest customer service you've ever seen in your entire life. And, you know, I deal with a lot of people that aren't so efficient in my line of work, but these people are real beauties. So HSBC, probably the world's worst bank, a bank I recommend avoiding at all costs. Don't go and bank with HSBC, just one man's opinion. One man who banks all over the world, and I'm one of many. If you want to find out more about offshore banking, we've got a whole channel here on YouTube. We've got nomadcapitalist.com. Make sure to subscribe to get our latest videos as well.